Hello and welcome to my next Blender modeling tutorial, and now we're gonna continue this nice BMW model. Sorry for not being able to post tutorials for kind of a long time of period. I think it was a week or around that, but now we're back in. So the last place we were left was we created these seats here, and we have this much of interior. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna create the front panel, all of that front panel, and yes, as well here, gearbox switch, handbrake, something down there. I don't know what it is. Well, there is something that I'm gonna model, even though I don't know what it is. Must learn it later. And then we're gonna make this GPS panel here, which is kind of, in my game it's gonna be informative really, because in interior camera, the place where you'll be able to see the map of track will really be here, not somewhere around on hoods on screen, to make it more realistic. In the exterior camera there will be hoods, but once in interior you have to watch at those and at the GPS. It will make it a bit more complex but realistic. However, it's no way related to this tutorial. Okay, what we're gonna make now firstly is the basic shape of this panel. As you can see there where the pedals are, it kind of goes straight up, and then there you can see better, it's pretty straight there, kind of straight line there, and then even like horizontal extrusion inwards in that direction. Let me see if there are any references which show stuff smoothly, and there aren't many, but this one kind of shows well how much this piece of it is over the door ending point. It's like 8 centimeters there, around 5, 7, 6, 8, who knows. Okay, this is kind of good reference actually, because you can see fairly clean all of its appearance. What I'm interested in is going to the dev blueprint side again and type in BMW M3 Coupe E92, and okay, I'm gonna just go in database, cars, BMW, and now I'm gonna search M3. Oh, right. Let's just scroll over to where it is, and here M3, and then I'm gonna try to look for E92 and open all of those images. We actually need a Coupe. Sorry. I'm just clicking middle mouse button chicken. I'm not sure if this is the same car. Okay, let's firstly find which reference we have. We have this one, right? Yes, sorta. We have this reference. Let's take a look if it looks the same in this. Well, as we're gonna use it only for interior, it looks acceptable in this image. Hard to tell actually. Well, okay, I'm gonna use this image. So I'm gonna shut everything else here. I'm gonna log in. So wait, okay, it's not letting me. Now I'm gonna just save this low resolution image. I'm go to where I store them. I store them here. Oh, right, that one is PNG. That's the thing. BMW M3 Coupe with interior. Great. I can try this. What I'm gonna do now is for all of those, I'm gonna turn down opacity and close them. Great. Now I'm gonna add 3, 4 images. Okay. This one is gonna be top view. Open up image where we start our references, and this one is the right one for me. I'm gonna go in top view, and now let's align it. Firstly, 90 degrees rotation for this image. I'm gonna go in wireframe to see better the margins. I'm gonna just fit it to my current model as much as possible. Actually, I should have taken this reference before. It looks a bit better than the one we are using. But okay, what's done, that's done. If we can continue this on, maybe we can even leave it with this reference. Yeah, let's see. Maybe we'll need to switch between them at some points. Okay, here, select the same image. Flip horizontally. Copy the scale. Again, align the positions. Oh, right. Yeah, it aligns well with this scale. There are a few little differences between them. For example, the previous one was a bit straighter. This one is kind of has more shape details there. Okay. Now next image is front, which is actually rear, but we set it to front view. Again, 7.1, and let's move this like that, and just line upwards, and this is minus 1.75, I think. Okay, yes, it sort of looks like that. And last is this image. Wait a moment, I'm gonna leave for a second and return immediately. Okay, I'm back. So the last image is, you type in here, select here, back, select this image again, scale it down to 7.1. This time I think that it will work out if we type in this and multiply by -1. You can do math inside of Blender's inputs, which is really good, and then you get it like, you know, like the value immediately. So for example, if you need twice as big value as you have currently selected, then you can type in value times 1.5. Okay, this is, and in this view maybe as well. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Now we have it on all views. And what are first advantages that we can now sort of better adjust the chairs because we have better reference for them. So I'm gonna grab this set of vertices, put it here, and yes, this is all a good thing. And it's kind of fitting well in my case. What I can see that I could improve basing on this image is move those vertices down a bit, minimally. Okay, what I can do now, oh yeah, you should keep adjusting it basing on this reference to basically get it more accurate. For me, this is working out well. And this vertex goes down here. What I can see here is that this could be improved as well. Okay. This actually looks way better. You can now see how to adjust it in this view as well. Although it doesn't, seems the chairs are in this reference as well a bit off in top view. It seems to be a usual experience in top view, in reference top views. Okay, however, we have it here now, working nice. And now we're gonna get him modeling the interior. What we have here is already a good thing, where the panel ends. Then we have all the part below the steer and the panel guidelines. So the panel is here, placed like that, and it's really good that we have it in a reference. So we can grab those two vertices, or maybe better, this edge, just simply this edge, and extrude it like this. Now go in this view, and we'll have to do a lot of annoying stuff. The first one is aligning here. So you select this vertex, extrude just a bit upwards, and fill it. Select those vertices here and fill them. Select these set of vertices and press remove doubles there, to make sure it's kind of, I don't know how to call it. Okay, in this case you can see it's kind of moved there inwards, and there's the transition part with the hole. I'm not gonna worry about that holes too much. Oh yeah, I can actually leave this reference here. So what I'm gonna do is just take these vertices, randomly move this direction a lot. Maybe even grab those vertices that way. And I'm gonna extrude this as well, actually. Not grab it, extrude. And fill them in all at once. Great. It's fine so far. And what we can actually notice is that this thing sort of doesn't look fine here. We must rather move it up a bit and deeper, and then grab this specific vertex and move it out. You can adjust it to kind of make it feel like it does in reality. Okay. Now I'm gonna select this set of vertices except those. Okay. Yes. So where the panel ends is here. I'm gonna actually grab those downwards a bit. Oh, and this thing seems to be a bit too much this direction. We can move it here like that, and immediately move those vertices as well. And now extrude them here. Great. But it sorta doesn't look like expected, because I'm not sure about it. Sorta. Well, maybe it's even right. Here upwards. Hard to tell, really hard to tell. It seems that here those vertices. Alright, yeah, okay. These vertices are sorta or not. Oh, we must move this all set a lot in. I finally got it. We must move this here and set it like that, and move this up. Well, it's basically what it's supposed to be like. And yeah, this is fine. And of course, around the sides you move the vertices like this, because it's kind of a little bit curvy there. Don't move too much, but just a bit. Okay. I'm gonna pause for a minute and then return to the tutorial, because I have to go again. Okay, I'm back here, and now let's continue. The simple thing that we're gonna do now is extrude it up to here, and that's all. Sorry, wrong button. I'm gonna move it inwards a bit like that. Let's take a look at the reference. Yes, it's sorted that like. What I noticed as well is that you should move those vertices sideways a bit. Now extrude it here. Let's see how much. This part should be the next extrusion. Basically you can grab those vertices, but be that way. Kind of hard to tell how much you should move them. Well, this sorta looks fine. What I noticed is that this can be SZ0 and SY0, as well as this. This one only SY, and this. Right. Now you just adjust those. vertices like you wish, like you think that it will look better. Until you get some decent results. And then, whoa, sorry, wrong button again. And the next extrusion is this high to finish up this panel, and it is almost the total height of it, maybe 5 centimeters below. I'm gonna press SZ0 because it's kind of really scaled zero on that axis there, and this one for this one as well. Below there starts this principle. What I can see here, that at this point it kind of ends the flat thing here and starts to blend well together with everything else. For the GPS device, I'm gonna do it separately. Now I'm gonna go in this view and adjust this thing. What I see being good is scale Y0 for this thing and then rotate around the x-axis. This sort of adjusts its shape. And the last thing left to do is moving the panel up there again. And it shouldn't be difficult. Extrude it up again. And at this point around the sides it's lower than in the middle. So select those vertices, move them up. Select this vertex, move it up a bit, and of course move them in already, like that. And now you can select these vertices, extrude them in like that. And now select this object, no, this one, and set cursor to this vertex, and then move this vertex to it. It's important to now align everything up. This will be sort of part of roof. Okay. The deal is it will not be here, it will be a bit different spot. So I'm gonna currently place it approximately where it will be, but later we'll align it again. You now grab these vertices and press SZ0 and SY0. Go in top view and align them a bit. Move those vertices sideways. To gain some better looking results here. Okay, some curvy effects. And then move those vertices to make them basically the same curve as the hood curve, but make sure they have kind of distance. This reference doesn't show off the exact distance. What you can use as reference is the window, because it should match where the window will be. And I'm gonna make it based on triangle fan principle at this point to make it lower poly but still act as expected. So align those vertices here a bit, and yeah, this is basically how it's done. And there's one more important thing. You must move these vertices No, wait, no, it's not now. It's not the deal now. This is different car, so in this car it doesn't work like in others. Yes. So basically it's done so far with the panel. Now what we're gonna make is this curve here and the extrusion inwards of the GPS device. Firstly, I'm gonna knife cut here like that, and this will help me to make that shape look better. So basically this will be the start point of the device, and now you can grab these vertices and drag them up. Make them round like you can see in the reference, and yes, it sorta looks good. I'm gonna move this outwards a bit and drag in like that, because as you can see here the shape kind of faces in the direction of the driver. What I need to do is cut here to increase poly count here, to make sure that I can make more detail. I think that I can afford to cut through all of it like that. And once it's done, you can use those new vertices to adjust it a lot. Okay, this curve should be moved inwards a bit. You can move those vertices as well here on the y-axis till you get the descent results you want. Okay, this is what I needed. What I'm gonna do now is make this curved part inside of it. It seems that I can just make a knife cut here, move it to here, and make that curve like that, and add a knife cut here. It also seems that those vertices can be moved upwards even more, and then rotate around the x-axis like that to make them face a bit downwards. Yes, like that. And we have this curve here. So what I'm gonna do now is select those faces here, press E to extrude, and sorry, I'm gonna go on side view, E and Y, and it's kind of moved inwards. What you can do now with it is actually move it more inwards and a bit down, as well as rotate around the x-axis to make it a bit, face to the driver better, because the driver will view it kind of from here, from the top, not from here. So it's better to make like that. And now the last thing is to take this panel thing, and this will be the screen panel. Scale Z0 and scale Y0. Scale Z0 and scale Y0. And that's sort of it, as X0 for that edge. And again you can repeat here, scale down, scale adjustments. Also, no, there's no need for it. Now you select these edges and drag them in. You can kind of adjust the screen to make it look as good as possible. Adjust those vertices to make it more visible like it is in the actual car. And yeah, this is it for that panel. Now I'm gonna add some very basic detail here, some sort of the most noticeable. But remember that for now we can only afford to place in the symmetrical geometry because we have mirror modifier, so we can't place in detail like this. We can't place in steering wheel, we can't place in speedometer, we can't place in pedals, we can't place handbrake yet. However, we can place all the stuff in this panel here, and we can place in the switch for gearbox because it seems to be symmetrically placed here. If I check this image, okay, it isn't for its base. Okay, maybe we'll make it also in the non-symmetrical version to make it easier to make out this panel. Okay, so now last thing that I'm gonna do is only make very big and noticeable details in this part, and what I see being candidates for this are those round sliders and oh yeah, this geometry here where it faces inwards. The rest of this I'm gonna make in normal map, only in diffuse and normal map, and no real geometry, because in game this will still look decent because your angle doesn't change much when driving, so it will not be very noticeable if you have it you know, yeah. I'm gonna drag this up because it seems to be a bit higher, and this kind of line is not that thick. Okay, drag those vertices in a bit. It seems like a good idea. Adjust vertices here. I just found a problem. This vertex should be down. Okay, now I'm gonna select this. Okay, I'm not gonna select anything. I'm gonna knife cut again. So take your knife tool and cut from here to around this point and make this type of cut, and then as well make it not be a polygon with too many vertices. What I can do now is just simply take this part and extrude inwards. Now I'm gonna select the vertex and delete this vertex. Instead, select this set of vertices and fill them in, and select vertices here and fill them in. You can then sort of move this closer at this point, and at the top part, the transition is actually way sharper, so you move this vertex to the very top of it and move those vertices up as well, and inwards, and done. We have this part of panel. I'm gonna recalculate normals. Yes, because they were wrong. And now one more thing left to do. It's edge splits. And I'm gonna just select few edges that I think that needs to be split. So those are edges to split. Then this edge could be split. This set of edges, which should be actually moved downwards. So I'm gonna cancel some of the edge, all of them, because I just noticed that this edges should be there. Now I can select again splittable edges, and where did I split? Oh yeah, here. Select all of those edges. For now, possibly we'll split here. I almost told spilled. And edge split here. What is more? Are there anything else splits? And I don't see any. Okay. And this is basically a finished part here. Well, one more set of edge splits here. So, oh yeah, I forgot almost. We need to add one more detail here. Or if I examine it closely, we may do it in normal map only, because in games it's really hard to notice place. So I'm gonna just split those. And this is it for this tutorial. So we have finished our front panel for car. For this part, we will make it only once we have our roof, which we're gonna make after 2 tutorials. So next tutorial is gonna be about next tutorial is gonna be roof, because we will make steer wheel and all the non-symmetrical parts of the interior only after we have created doors and roof, because once we create them we'll have few more symmetrical details that we'll have to make, and only after that we'll be able to switch to non-symmetrics. But for today, it's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if so, show it off by hitting like button, and see you in the next tutorial.